What's going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. So guys, some interesting movements happened yesterday that we need to talk about, more so just consolidation, but at least we started to see some movement within the S&P 500 as yesterday was the start of the week. Now, it wasn't really seeing much though, but we did kind of recover a little bit higher from where we did bottom off over the weekend and on Friday here. And we are pretty much confirming and solidifying the fact that there is a bit of a support, a price floor that we're holding on to. And more than likely, we are going to be rappelling off of that and swinging to the upside. Obviously, we'll get a little more information on this as we move on with today, but we'll kind of reiterate a little bit of what we spoke about yesterday, talking about the topics such as with XRP, trading inside its massive bullish fractal here or bullish flag, which typically have bullish biases, textbook, biases towards breaking to the upside here. And then we have to look at Ethereum, which has repelled off its bottom support, reversing off of this, heading to the upside here, still trading inside its sideways channel here, which is a little bit annoying, but sooner or later we are going to be seeing this get broken here. Maybe there's some sort of like top we can add on, maybe there's some sort of bottom, I'm not entirely sure. But I do want to look at this, kind of figure out maybe what it is that, maybe a new pattern here, as you can see that we're trying to find. And I might leave that on here. We'll go a little bit more in depth about that later on in today's video. And we're kind of seeing a similar pattern right now form within Bitcoin here. Maybe there's a top, because there's a clear resistance we have not been able to break. And maybe there's a support here, something along the lines of this. Maybe we could extend this, move it like this. This is the problem though, is it's not necessarily the most correct here, mainly because there's only 2 points of confirmation. So it's either we leave it like this or we move this and pull this downwards, and then we have more so just again 2 points of confirmation here, but there is some sort of ascending fractal that is starting to form on these, which is something that we do have to look at. And then the S&P 500 is kind of trading stagnant here. We are forming some sort of uptrend. I don't know if there's a bottom support. No, there definitely is, so that's interesting too. So we do have to kind of draw some stuff out here and kind of figure out what exactly we're dealing with. But with that being said, guys, I do want to give a huge shout out to Veracity for sponsoring today's episode. For those that don't know what exactly Veracity is, Veracity, as you can see here, I just want to bring it down, offers something called VeraViews, which is an end-to-end ad stack solution that combines the transparency and accountability of blockchain with the security of Veracity's patented proof of view technology. Basically, it's a way to ensure that the views you see, not only on potentially on YouTube and some other platforms, are actually real. That's the really cool thing here. Here it is, the future of esports, digital entertainment, and ad tech. You can see all-in-one wallets for esports, accelerating the evolution of esports blockchain, and then blockchain-based solution for end video ad fraud, empowering advertisers and publishers to combat video ad fraud with the patented technology that delivers unparalleled transparency and security, which is really cool. It's a great way to keep, social media in check for the real and purchased views. So very cool. More information on Veracity will be later on in today's video. They have something here called Bybit Buy Vote, which means they are trying to get listed on Bybit, and they need your help to cast your vote. So more information, like I said, will be down in the description and later on in today's video. With that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, diving into the technical analysis, we are currently floating yet again at about $1.07 trillion in global crypto market cap, down 0.25%. Overall market is down about, down 5%, 3, 8, 5, 13, 11. We're down pretty bad here, but we are starting to consolidate in regards to the past 24 hours. We had the fall, we had a fall, you can see, and now we're starting to kind of consolidate at the bottoms here, holding a support in some sort of way, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can start to slide up from there. That's kind of the goal here that we have in mind, and I'll talk about that in a second. You can see yesterday's video, we kind of mentioned this here, as we're trending inside a massive sideways channel here, filling in the gap, bouncing off top resistance, bottom support, top resistance, bottom support, so on and so forth, continuing this pattern. The goal is that we end up breaching through this resistance and start to head to the upside here. The best way we can do that is by looking at, things like Ethereum here in this sideways channel, something like Bitcoin here as well as the S&P 500, which I'll talk about in a second, but I first want to go over XRP. Now, as you guys can see with XRP, specifically here, we are inside a bull flag. It's a textbook bull flag formation here. You can see if I look up what this is, you'll get a perfect view that this is exactly what's forming here. You can see clear as day, we have the prevailing trend, the pull, the consolidation, and then the continuation pattern. When I reference, where is it, XRP here, you can see it's the same exact thing. The pull, the continuation, and then the consolidation or the pump to the upside here, the swing to the upside here, which is very exciting here. And that's pretty much identical to what we're seeing here. So ideally, we're looking for a bullish run within XRP, although it might take a little bit longer than we expected here. But all in all, it's really not a bad move. It is going to take a little bit longer. We are slightly down from when we originally bought in on the weekly charts here, but I am very much so bullish on the weekly charts, and we do have the possibility of breaking outside of this very soon. I'm a very strong believer we will be swinging up, and by mid to end of this year, seeing a retest of 50 cents all the way up to maybe 90 cents here, but conservatively 50 to 70, within XRP. So long-term holds is definitely a big opportunity, and over the past couple of days here, I do believe, or in the next couple of weeks, potentially filling out the gap into mid-March, we should be breaking bullish from this and heading to the upside. So I did just want to quickly reference that and show you that. With that being said, though, I do want to talk a little bit more about Verasity with you, though. I want to give a huge shout out to Verasity for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, Verasity is a high-tech project with a huge growth potential, currently ranked among the top 300 blockchain-based projects. Verasity is dedicated to solving the issue of fake video views with its patented proof of view technology, which prevents bots from artificially inflating view counts. Now, the project has also developed tools to implement this technology in all popular web players, which would be quite useful here on YouTube if you ask me. Anyways, proof of view is already used in the VeraViews advertising stack, providing advertisers with a powerful tool to manage their ad campaigns and ensuring authentic engagement from real viewers. In early February, Verasity held the first quarterly token burn that amounted to $500,000. Tokens were bought back from the open market using a part of this quarter's revenue, and this indicated that the product is being used and is gaining quite a lot of popularity. Verasity also patented its proof of view technology in a number of large video ad markets, including the US and South Korea, which is super helpful. And in recent news, however, Verasity has been selected to be a part of the Bybit Buy Votes event beginning at the end of February. And hopefully by now you are familiar with Bybit, as they are a pretty popular exchange that has been around for quite a long time. You see, Verasity needs your specific help, as your vote plays a crucial role in helping secure a listing of Verasity, VRA, on the Bybit spot trading platform. Not only is this helpful for them, but your support could also earn you a share of the $100,000 in VRA rewards pool if Verasity actually comes out on top with the most votes. Now, voting, fortunately, is really simple. All you have to do is just log into your Bybit account and deposit at least one of the eligible stablecoins. Now, if you already have some on your Bybit account, then you're one step ahead of everyone else. You see, the key here is the number of votes you receive is proportional to the amount of stablecoins you hold in your accounts. So the more stablecoins you hold, the more voting power you have. And simply after that, all you do is head to the Bybit Buy Votes portal and you just cast your vote. Keep in mind, the voting period begins on March 2nd of 2023, which is just a couple days away, and ends just one day later on March 3rd. But it doesn't just stop there. Verasity is also excited to announce a special event with a prize pool of $10,000 in VRA tokens, and all you need to do to enter is just follow these simple steps. First, follow Verasity on Twitter. Second, cast your vote on Verasity to be listed on Bybit. And third is just leave a comment under the Veracity's tweet, including the following information you see on the screen. So guys, don't miss your chance to support Verasity and potentially earn some rewards at the same time. Otherwise, shout out to Verasity for sponsoring today's episode, and let's get back into the technical analysis. So guys, moving forward to look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. So I believe these are all very much so intertwined, where we see something like the S&P 500 intertwined with Bitcoin and Ethereum here. And basically what we were mentioning before was trying to find a bottom on the S&P 500. Now you can see if I jump to the weekly here that we are very much so intertwined within the weekly moving averages here. We're not necessarily breaking a bear flag just yet, but we are intertwined without a doubt on that level right here. So regardless, we are bouncing off the bottom. We are creating these higher lows, and I do believe that because we're retesting this, we're not going to be breaking below that. We're going to use this as a means of support, and hopefully we can bounce off and head up. I would like to see movements like this. I would like to see the continuation pattern like this. We could very much so be breaking outside of the white band here, but for the time being, I do believe that we have found some sort of bottom support or some sort of price floor that we can use in order to prevail ourselves and move to the upside here. So I believe we are creating higher low patterns. We could see movements like this, and we will be breaking to the upside sooner than later here. I'd be shocked if we break through it. You can see we're already rebounding off of this. Maybe this was the low that we had on Friday, and you can see we're starting to consolidate up. We are creating these higher low patterns, so I'd likely think it's time to start to slide to the upside here. It's still possible to correct lower, but ideally I'd expect some sort of uptrend to definitely prevail. Now, there is some sort of uptrend we can maybe draw here, something along the lines of this. I'm going to start to delete some of these other support levels here, and maybe we can find a better, kind of support that we can use. Something along the lines of this is clear as day here, that there is some sort of uptrend that we are kind of ping-ponging on and using here. We might even be able to draw some sort of top. Without a doubt. Yeah, something along the lines of this is definitely a big possibility. I wouldn't draw it like that. Maybe something along the lines of this, but I'm going to delete it for now as it's not really the best means of support. But the bottom is definitely one without a doubt here. So we are definitely swinging to the upside here. And we're starting to see this pattern, fall into things like Ethereum and Bitcoin too, which we can use as indicators to move forward here, that there is some sort of uptrend that's pushing us higher. There is clearly a resistance here. So we are seeing some sort of ascending fractal. These do typically be bearish here, but for the time being, let's just follow it out and see what happens. But with us retesting this price floor here, even though there's only 2 confirmations, I'd like to see how this reacts. Are we going to just trend through it here, knowing that this is not necessarily a confirmed support, or are we going to bounce off this, break through it, and start to head to the upside here? Because then we have a different pattern to start to play out with and view here. But I'm definitely going to leave this here, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. Same thing applies, we're starting to notice on Bitcoin. A clear price ceiling and a clear bottom support. You can see we are very much so intertwined in here, and ideally the goal is we bounce off this today in the next coming days and start to move to the upside here. This is the goal that I'm looking for. So we'll see if this comes true or not, but things aren't looking too bad. With that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.